皆さんこんにちは、てるみです。One of my Japanese language learner friends asked me, what are the tips to learn Japanese quickly? So today I would like to share my 6 practical tips for learning Japanese faster. All tips are easy to apply, easy to continue for your daily study Japanese. では、let's dive into it. 1. Tip number 1. Speaking Japanese every day. Speaking is the best for learning language faster. They say making friends is the best for learning foreign language. But I know it's not very easy to make friends who speak Japanese, right? I had the same problem when I studied English. Especially, I'm sort of introverted. So even I've been living in the States, usually I don't speak with strangers. So there were less opportunity to speak English daily. And I'd been struggling about it for a long time. But there were some solutions. Exchange lesson is the good way. There are many language exchange groups on Facebook. Also, culture exchange meetup group would be good too. You don't need to be excellent language teacher. Easy way is you just speak Japanese and your Japanese partner will correct your Japanese. And you do the same thing. Your partner will speak English or your native language. And then you will correct if you find something mistake or sounds funny. I used to do these exchange lessons in the past. My method was, in my daily life, when any questions about English language came up, I made a note and asked my partner at the next lesson. I tried to use English when I was thinking something, so that so many questions would come up until the next lesson. This brings to tip number 2. Thinking in Japanese every day. In your daily life, whenever you feel or think something, try to describe it in Japanese. In the beginning, it will be not very easy, but you can use dictionary and say it out loud. You don't need to be perfect because you say it to yourself. No one listens. So even you'd mistake, you will not be embarrassed about it at all. As you continue doing this exercise, eventually you will stop translate from your native language into Japanese. And then you will become able to think things directly in Japanese. That's a good sign for you to know when you improve your language skill. 3. Tip number 3. Listening Japanese every day. Listening Japanese as much as possible during the day. Whenever you do daily activities, like cooking, doing the dishes, folding the laundries, or driving, or doing exercise. It could be your favorite anime or movie or TV, as long as a lot of dialogue in it. But if it's a visual material like those, it might be your activity become less efficient because likely you will be preoccupied with watching it. So if you'd prefer to do activity efficiently, I recommend listening practice material or podcast would be perfect. Also, I recommend listening same material repeatedly. As you listen same thing every day, you will be getting able to understand the language, even you don't understand in the beginning. But important note is you need to pick the material at the right level. For example, if you are a beginner and then you'd listen Japanese news, it will be very difficult to be able to understand, even you'd listen every day. So if you are a beginner, I recommend you to start with easier material. Anime for kids would be one choice. 4. Tip number 4. Writing in Japanese often. Keeping a diary is a great way. Even one sentence a day would be good. This will be paired up with tip number 2, thinking in Japanese. In your daily life, you will have a small assignment to yourself, and searching for the topic, what you want to write, and then thinking about it in Japanese. 5. Tip number 5. Reading Japanese often. It could be any reading materials, book, articles, email, or text from your Japanese friends. Anything is good. If you are a beginner, children's book would be perfect. Or reading manga is good too, but of course in Japanese. 6. Tip number 6. Consistency. Consistency is the most important. Even 10 minutes a day will be big difference if you continue studying every day. I hope these 6 tips will help you to learn Japanese faster. それでは皆さん頑張ってください。If you like this lesson, please like this video and be sure to subscribe so you will not miss my future lessons. Thank you for watching on Japanese Conversation with Terumi. See you soon. さようなら。